Hi everyone. Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick video about how the energy is doing and how to stay focused, I guess. Okay, so you might have a lot of like energetic urges right now, if that makes sense. Like called to do something, called to listen to your intuition more, maybe make silent moves, or it's just like you have an inkling, if that makes sense. I noticed a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you guys something that might seem like I'm almost unsolicited analyzing, if that makes sense, but this is to help you too. Okay, excuse me. Spirit's analyzing, not me. So there's a lot of people who right now are pushing people to listen to them. Does that make sense? It's like their word is healing, their word is guidance. There's still a lot of ego being dissolved, okay? There's still a lot of spiritual ego being dissolved. And I won't lie, on my Instagram story, I kind of called someone out for doing that. Like, this person really made a post about how people deny her help and how it's okay to reach out for help. I'm gonna tell you something. It's okay to reach out for help, but when your spirit is telling you to do this on your own, to do this privately, and not pay someone's services just to hear something your spirit already knows or your intuition already knows, listen to it. Don't let people manipulate you into thinking you need the guidance. There's a lot of, I don't know if there's other channels like this where they just kind of help ground you. I don't know. I've never really looked into it. Everything I find personally, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, is very sciencey. It's very pinpoint. It's not personal, and it resonates a little bit. Like some parts resonate quite a bit actually, but it's more or less, it makes me feel like an alien or like a robot whenever I listen to them. Does that make sense? And what I want you guys to remember, if you feel drawn to something, if you feel drawn to taking a different path right now, if you don't feel like listening to what your spiritual guide, like human form, is saying, it might be time to fall off and do it on your own, okay? And I just want to ground you and remind you that negative, those little negative tidbits, those little negative seeds, the procrastination, it's not yours. Remember, your purest self is compassionate and understanding and is one with others. And I know this sounds cheesy and I know it sounds really weird, but just think about it. Remove yourself from the conditioned thought that being spiritual is cheesy. Okay? Remove it. Think about yourself for a moment and not other people. You are one with others. You have literally the same path if you're a healer. Everyone does. And yes, you're unique. Yes, you have your own shit. That is just amazing, of course. But humble yourself when it comes to thinking you have all the answers, okay? Sometimes the answers are just for you. And if you have a friend who is on the same path and you feel like it could help, have that conversation, but don't hand out unsolicited advice, okay? Because there's a lot of ego going around right now, and the only reason it's coming up is because we need to address it. That's it. Don't feel guilt about maybe you've already done it, maybe you've already pushed your insight on someone else. Oh, the sun's getting so bright. But don't feel guilt about that. And it's really beautiful that we want to help others and we want to guide others. But remember not to be condescending to other people's paths, okay? If someone expresses something that they're doing something, don't tell them there's one which way to do it, okay? There is not only one way to do things. There's there's multitudes of ways, okay? There's not one which way. There's not one path. Everything is linear. Time is linear. Your path is here. Their path is there. But guess what? You're on the same journey. Okay? It's not a competition about who's doing better, who knows more, who looks more spiritual online, who has the prettier spiritual soul. It doesn't matter. Don't compare yourself to other people. You might find people doing this with you, and you might have people falling off that don't necessarily agree with you. And look at this as a blessing, okay? Because people who do that silently fall off or like get weird towards you when you start dabbling into this. There's a silent competition there. There's a silent, I don't want to say envy, but there's an eye watching you. Spirit removed them, and it doesn't matter if they're related to you. It doesn't matter if they're a longtime friend. You need to focus on you and let everything else silently do its thing, okay? Excuse me, that's spirit. Excuse me. But don't take offense to anything right now. There are a lot of energy shifting constantly every day. It's like overwhelming, actually. Like the amount of energy I'm feeling every day. It's like sometimes just irritation with people who are trying to push their idea of spirituality onto others. And it's like, naturally we're spiritual. Naturally we're being guided to do the things the way we need to. A lot of people think their word is the word. Their word is the bird, you know what I mean? And that's fine. When you experience this as a test for you, can you be patient with this person who's also healing themselves and might need your ear in order to heal? It's not saying sit there and dread and listen to people. Just express to them, if you're dealing with these situations, that everyone's different. Healing is not staying within the lines when you're coloring. It's getting out there. It's walking in the field of grass and flowers for fucking nothing. And all of a sudden you have revelations, you have downloads, you have a silent mind even. You, like, if you just can't connect to meditation, that's fine. Not a lot of people can. Their minds are too busy. I know lately, like, I haven't been able to connect to it too easy, but I found other ways to connect. Like, I put a frequency on, and I just hang out with the cats. I don't know where this message is going. It's kind of just helping you find the peace in the craziness, if that makes sense. Because right now, there's so many people, as I said, pushing their idea of how to do things. And something I'm going to say, it's really weird, but I'm noticing, like, there's a certain girl who uploads selfies the same time as me, and she starts, like, whenever she messages people or comments, I'm like, you say exactly what I say. It's kind of weird. And you know, at first I was going to take offense. I'm going to tell you guys. At first I was going to be like, she's so annoying. She was doing this a year ago. But she doesn't acknowledge that we're friends in public. It's so weird. Instead, I told Spirit, hey, I understand that certain people don't know how to do things and they want to look a certain way. And I forgive them. Eventually they're manifesting the same lessons I had. And I can't take it personal. Before, my ego, my wounded teenager who had a bit of a jealous spirit or spiteful spirit would block that person right away and get annoyed and just like cut him off. But these people, they're manifesting people like them. Does that make sense? Because what we do, what we say, we pull in. We are subconsciously copying someone. We are subconsciously making fun of someone's situation. We're calling that situation on the other side in. That's why I want to say, detach from the negative energy, the negative feelings, the negative thoughts. Detach, because you might be exchanging energy. This might not be yours. Who the heck knows where it's coming from? It's not really that important, especially if it's negative, okay? And just how to detach is, remember to let people be who they are in that moment in time. And embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. Because you've done so much work. like so much work. And every time I connect with you guys in the comments, it's like, oh, I love their energy. It feels so uplifting. And I'm just going to say this right now. I want to lift anything. I'm just going to wave my hand over just to brush it away. I want to lift anything that may be attached to you. Any negativity, any horrible thought that come to your mind this morning, I want to take it away. And just pull it out of your neck and your ears and your eyes. You might get watery eyes. If you drool or have a runny nose after, that's okay. Release it. And it's not to say you're invalid in your feelings, but I'm going to remind you, it might not be your feelings that you're feeling. You might be feeling other people because you're highly sensitive. This is something to keep in mind when you go out and interact, okay? You are highly sensitive. You could have picked up a stranger's negative mindset and now they're happy and having a good day because you switched energy, okay? There's movies about this where people switch and someone has good luck and the other one has bad luck. Does that make sense? That's a highly sensitive, empathetic person. To go from completely positive, having a good fucking day, to shit after you hold hands with someone who isn't healed, isn't aware, and is okay living in the shitstorm. Remember to call your energy back every single night, to call it back with love. Transmute it into love and return energy or turn it into love, okay? It gives you a stronger energy field when you turn whatever in your field into love. And if you just want to wash away and cleanse, just imagine pouring a white bucket of light. This is what my Reiki healer did to me. She taught me this one. Imagine pouring just an endless bucket of white light, sparkling, beautiful, purifying, full of love, protection. Pour it over your head. Wash anything out of your spine, anything out of your neck, your shoulders, wherever you intuitively feel it, okay? I hope this helps one. I am going to go for a walk now. I love you. Bye.